Yeah, well, I just think we played hard, defended pretty well. You know, we talk about winning the special teams battle, which we did on the series. And the big thing I think in playoffs is emotions can get so high. So it's just about controlling those. I think we did a pretty good job overall of after a goal scored for or against, or you know, little bumps in the road of recovering and responding pretty well, which like I said, people's emotions can swing so high and so low, and that's when you get off course. And I thought we did a good job of managing those, and everybody played super hard. We didn't have any passengers, which you can't this time of year, so you know, that's what got it done, and the guy back in the goal helps too.
Navigating the beginning of the third period, what did you have to tell your team yesterday, the 5-on-3 like that?
We had a 5-on-3 or 3-on-5 in game one against them, so had a little bit of a look and was able to go over that a little bit. It's nice when you have one of those, if you're going to have one at intermission, so you can just refresh their minds with video. And they did a really good job there, obviously. So, you know, we kind of knew somewhat to expect as far as what the look that we were going to see, and just touched up for a few minutes in between intermissions, and they did a great job.
And I wanted to ask about the second period. So it started out almost kind of like Wednesdays, and then as the period went on, it got more intense. Your team seemed to be more in it. So can you just kind of talk about that transition from the first half to the second half of the second?
Yeah, well, that's something we have to do a better job of managing. I think the last two games, really good first periods, and you know the team's going to push a little bit after a reset, and we've gotten hemmed in our end there a couple times at the beginning of the second period, and all it really is a little bit of execution. You know, you feel like you don't have as much time as you really do, and there's a little bit of sometimes panic in those plays, and execution gets a little sloppy, and then on the long change, the ice can tilt pretty quickly. So something we need to clean up, certainly coming out of the periods there, but I thought we did a better job tonight compared to the other day as far as kind of mitigating that and tilting it back the other way a little bit quicker. So it's just execution, supporting each other, a little bit of talk, gets you through those kind of chaotic situations where you feel like you're on your heels.
We write about the goal scorers and Jet all the time. Who else has stood out for you in this playoff run that might not always show up on the score sheet?
Yeah, well, again, it's hard because I don't think we've had any passengers to single it out. I guess for me, I think up front, the line, the Dunn line with Pierce and Whalen, they just play so damn hard that it's hard to play against, and they're predictable and in straight lines, and again, not on the score sheet all the time, but I put them against the team's top lines, and they frustrate the hell out of them. And I think all series long and all season long, when they've been together, there's somebody I can put on when we are hemmed in our end. They can flip the script because they're straight lines and they're direct, and then they hem them in their end, and then we can start tilting the ice. They set that next line up for us really well. So up front, I think you know, if I had to single one group out, it'd probably be them.
So much has been said about Jet Greaves. The way that he's able to step up in big moments, is that something you can teach as a coach?
I don't teach anything to the goalie. I kind of get out of his way. You know, I talk to Jet a lot, and he's been here for 3 years. As far as the technical stuff, there's nothing, but it's all about his process as a pro, and there's nothing that changes for him, whether he's playing his first game in the NHL against the Toronto Maple Leafs, whether it's a Wednesday night in November, or you're trying to close out a series at home on Friday. He just does things the same way, so he's not nervous in the net in the big moments, because it's what he does every day. He goes about the routine, goes about his process, focuses on his job, and that's how you can stay even keel in those moments, is when you trust your process. Your process gives you confidence, and then you don't need to get nervous, or your heart rate doesn't need to get up in those situations, and you shake off. He had a goal that went in, that's a seeing eye shot, shook it off, and was outstanding the rest of the night. So he just goes about his business.
We heard a big